Breakups can be emotionally devastating, especially for young people, as relationships often represent the foundation of their future. While emotional pain from a breakup parallels the experience of grief, modern factors like social media make it even harder to move on by keeping the presence of the ex-partner alive. Research highlights intriguing gender differences, showing that although women initially experience more emotional and physical pain, they often recover more fully than men. This article explores how individuals cope with breakups, why emotional processing is crucial, and the long-term effects of avoiding grief through distractions or productivity. By confronting emotions head-on, people can achieve meaningful recovery and prevent unresolved feelings from lingering for years. Breakups and emotional recovery. Impact of breakups on the young. For young individuals, breakups are particularly challenging because relationships represent their future. Social media intensifies the difficulty by making it hard to disconnect, as people can constantly check on their ex-partners. The nature of grief in breakups. Emotional pain from love and the loss of love mirrors the experience of grief over death. Social media prevents closure by keeping the ex-partner's presence alive. Gender differences in breakups. Research indicates women experience higher levels of emotional and physical pain post-breakup, but recover more fully. Men often struggle to fully recover, which may reflect differences in emotional processing emotions and trauma. Those who allow themselves to fully experience and confront emotional pain recover faster from trauma or breakups. People often use coping mechanisms such as distraction, anger, or avoidance to delay confronting painful emotions. Ineffective coping strategies. Avoidance behaviors like alcohol use or seeking multiple partners only prolong emotional recovery. True recovery requires confronting the loss and accepting that the relationship is over. Autonomic arousal and emotional states. Grief involves high levels of autonomic arousal with negative emotional connotations, as opposed to arousal associated with happiness. Managing grief requires learning to tamp down emotions and maintain functionality in daily life. Catharsis and controlled release. Some individuals, like Steve Jobs, found controlled catharsis, such as screaming or emotional release, helpful for returning to a functional emotional state. Balancing emotional release with control ensures personal and professional well-being. Sublimating emotions into productivity. Turning sadness or anger into productive work can be useful, but it may create an illusion of recovery. Without addressing the underlying emotions, people may feel exhausted years later, realizing they never processed the loss fully. The importance of emotional acceptance. Fully experiencing grief, even in controlled ways, allows emotional release, much like opening a valve. Avoidance of emotions leads to unresolved grief, impacting long-term well-being. This breakdown emphasizes that emotional healing requires confronting and processing feelings directly, rather than avoiding or sublimating them through distraction or work.